Welcome back to the Peak News. I'm Chaim Goldman, the Watchman. You're listening to Chaim's Grab Bag here. Why do we have a grab bag? Well, you know what? We generally have complications and canceling us, and we're very scrappy around here. We've had some of our best guests. You may not know this if you're not paying close attention to what we thought we were going to have on a given day, and then what we have. Sometimes some of our best guests have been ones that we called out of the blue, or just said, "Hey, we were going to have you on in a few weeks. Can we bump that up?" But that didn't work out today, so we've put together a bunch of different information, which is more akin to a lot of news talk shows that it's sort of a grab bag. But so it is today. And we have on the line with us our investigative journalist here at the Peak, number one, Jordan Baldwin of First Amendment Media. Jordan, welcome to the Peak. Absolutely, and we've been talking a little bit about the event, the Taste of the Peak event on Thursday. As someone who's been with us close to the beginning and was helping us with this, and how encouraging was it for you to see those 200, 250 people on that night that a lot of people weren't even going out in the city, came out to have fun with us, celebrate, and to support what we're doing. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. That thing of people from all different sectors, from basically every sector in our region being there in order to be able to talk with each other and admit that, that yes, excuse me, we do need the media to back. Like none of us, no matter what field we're in, without a good media bringing accountability and transparency, we all recognize that we're in trouble. And it was very encouraging moving on from that evening. So, why are you up in Denver today? Why aren't you in the studio here? What are you doing up there today? What was the bill that they're seeking to get on the agenda? So there's so many things that you've said I want to try to unpack. First of all, this protest that was happening at the Baptist Church, was that sponsored by the Baptist Church? This is lobbying for transgender rights? Okay, so, and those who are for and against. So, you know, one thing that I think everybody in Colorado needs to recognize is that, and we've seen this, and that question was, did this shift of America to the conservative side, to the right, that happened in this past election, does that mean that that happened in Colorado? Well, in the election side it did. There were a few more conservative representatives, but it seems like those who are the proponents of what we would say is, you know, the progressive side of things, not necessarily liberal, but progressive side of things, are taking this almost as a badge of honor that they need to ramp things up. And so even in the first few weeks of the legislature, we're seeing things like this, you know, about gun bills, Second Amendment limitations, anything with a removable magazine that's semi-automatic. Well, that's the handgun that you probably carry. You know, as most people have semi-automatic handguns, you know, with a magazine. So taking away guns, transgender rights, other types of things. We're trying to stay on top of that. But Jordan, can you please explain? You know, as an American, okay, we have a Bill of Rights, and it's supposed to apply to everyone. So whenever I hear something like a special set of rights for people, all Americans should be cautious about that, because we should not grant people special rights in this country. Neither should we limit anyone their basic rights that are granted constitutionally. What do you know? What are those who are arguing for this special Bill of Rights? Why do they say that our regular Bill of Rights isn't good enough and they need one specifically for transgender? Sorry, you cut out. Did you say? Did you? Okay. What fear mongering, right? Yeah. Right. So I get this and I understand, but there is not an institutionalized, as far as I can see, that the U.S. government is limiting the rights of anybody. But certainly people should be heard here in America, but I just want to caution, whenever we hear special rights, this always ends up creating the very thing that they say they want to end. And we need to be very careful, and as we've reported here a lot, is that all of these movements, from Black Lives Matter to the gay and lesbian movement and on, have been co-opted by Marxists to take it over, so that if you are against Marxist policies, they can say, oh, you're racist or you're homophobic or whatever. It's a very dangerous slope. But Jordan, thanks so much for informing us about this. And everybody, please check into this, because don't think that just because the government has changed in Washington that things have changed here in Colorado or Colorado Springs. Jordan, thanks so much. I'm Chaim Goldman, the Watchman. You're listening to The Peak. When we come back, we have our newest Peak partner sponsor, Love Lewis Custom Painting, Chad Lewis. Chad, hey, come on in. Hey, come on in. Have a seat. This is a crazy day.
That's what your son was telling me.
Yeah.
I already forgot his name.
So here, I'm going to ask you those. You have about
All right.
2 minutes. If you see me, I just have to adjust the camera since you're here. And we'll be back on in about 2 to 3 minutes.
Well, I mainly decided to become a sponsor just to get my name out there a little bit. I definitely started listening to you. I kind of got tired of the whole. I used to be a guy that watched Fox News all day long.
Okay.
I mean, every chance I ate it all up. And then with what happened at the election, and then how they reported on the riot, I just lost my taste for it all. And you know what? Where is news? And then so listening to you guys, it was maybe 3 weeks ago.
You just started?
Yes,
Okay.
you had that pamphlet for there at the Pinery.
Okay.
And then
And that's when you learned about it?
yeah, so I'd start listening. I said, yeah, this makes sense. And then you gave me the advertising thing.
Okay.
And
So I didn't realize you just heard about us
yeah,
and wanted to become a sponsor so quick. So that's good.
I
So
just-
basically, this is, and we're on Facebook Live right now. So
Okay.
we're not, and we're back in about a minute and a half
Mhm.
here. So basically, your backstory of why you started listening to us and wanted to be a sponsor, and then we'll do a minute or so of an on-air commercial
okay.
for you. So think about the things. You feel free to write some bullet points down, but if you have some key things
Mhm.
that you do, especially if it differentiates you at all from
Oh,
from others,
Yes.
then do that, because marketing is all about differentiation. So,
yeah.
so any questions before we get to
No.
this? Okay. Hey, Zach.
Do you know about headphones and
Oh, no.
speaking in the mic?
Yeah.
No.
No, I haven't done that.
Alright.
No and no.
Alright, those are your headphones, so that's so you
Okay.
can hear music and him and
Right,
everything.
right here.
And then you're gonna want to speak nice and close to the mic.
Okay.
Nice and clear and close.
And if you see me like hold up a finger, that means like I'm giving you like a 1 minute to finish up.
Mhm.
But if you ever see this, that means wrap it up like 10,
Okay.
15 seconds, give it back, because I have to be out of here by about 4:50 into the segment, and I
Okay.
also want to make sure we get to things.
Okay.
So we go with the flow, but that's my time cue.
Okay.
I give otherwise just high energy, because it's radio, it
Yeah.
shrinks, so it's only voice.
I've never done this before.
Okay, so just be a little over the top, more than
Okay.
normal, because it's only voice. Nobody gets to see
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
So voice carries everything.
All right.
Welcome back to the Peak News. You're here on Monday, and we're doing Chaim's Grab Bag. We have an assortment of guests on today's show, which is exciting. It's a lot more work to put together. We generally do this around guests, but what we've done, we haven't done in a while, but we like to bring on our Peak partner sponsors, because they're not just, it's not that they're advertisers. Okay, let's be straight with you. They're paying the bills. So of course we want to bring them on because they're our sponsors, right? And they advertise during the show. But more than anything, because we are citizen journalists, and this whole organization is that, and we say we're local news told by local citizens, supported by local businesses, that we like to bring on our sponsors just not just so that you can hear about their business, sort of like a featured business, and that's pretty common on radio, but also why are they fans of the Peak? Why did they decide out of every place that they could promote their business that they want to be part of this community? So we have on the program today our newest sponsor. We actually don't even have their ad cut yet. We'll be getting that up this week. But Lewis Custom Painting and the owner and operator, Chad Lewis. So Chad, welcome to the Peak.
Thank you very much.
So you just told me, I didn't realize this, that you just really found out about us weeks ago as part of seeing the promotion for the Taste of the Peak event.
Absolutely, and at the Wholehearted Breakfast.
Breakfast that
Yeah.
is part of the Road Church, and they sponsor us. You know, it's fun, local. Everybody sort of knows each other. This is fun, those who come together. So what is it about the Peak, and you got a chance to listen to us, what is it about the Peak that attracted you, and why did you decide to become a sponsor here?
Well, I really just wanted my news back. I didn't need to be told how to think or what to think, and I was one of those guys that would listen to Fox News all day long and just really ate that up and just really lost my taste for it completely. And this made sense. I mean, just report the news. I'll figure it out from there.
So what did you see? I mean, if anything, people would say, well, Fox News, that's on the conservative side. And of course, but you're seeing a problem across all of news, right?
Yeah, I mean, I saw a tour of the Capitol, not a riot, but so it just, it didn't.
So Fox isn't calling it an insurrection, but they're calling it a riot.
Well,
Right,
it was
yeah.
about the same thing, and I'm sitting there telling my wife, this looks like they're going in this side of the building and walking out that side. It doesn't look like a insurrection to me.
And so, you know, there's a lot of places that you can advertise your business. So why'd you decide to join this community?
Well, I've seen you. I've Wholehearted, went to the Seder, and just
If people don't know, I do a Passover Seder there
yeah,
also.
and really enjoyed myself. So it just it made sense. Want to get my name out there. My wife, she passed away. We started the business in 2000. I mean, we started in 1995. She passed away in 2023. So kind of I just want to get my name out there a little bit more too, as well.
And remaking of the business. And that really is
Yes.
what is here. Everybody who's come to be a sponsor, you know, they say, we believe in what you're doing and we believe in you and we like that. And hey, let's reach your people because these are my people too. So give us, since we don't have an ad ready for you yet, give us about a 1 minute, you know, commercial spot for Lewis Custom Painting, Chad.
Well, we've been doing it for 30 years. And we started off, we were the paint crew, my wife and I. And
Here in the Springs, always in the Springs.
well, it was Douglas County. I
Okay.
graduated Douglas County High School in 1992, so right there in the community. We figured, well, anybody can paint. Why don't we? So, and then I found out, yeah, anybody could paint, but boy, oh boy, you want to make it as perfect as possible. And then, really, with the elements here in Colorado, we really stand out in our jobs because it's the prep work. The prep work is the most important. And a lot of guys, they'll show up and start painting on day one, and we start our prep work, and usually it takes all day long to finish our prep work. So we're done prepping on day one.
Okay, and what's your website, Chad?
LewisCustomPainting.com.
That's easy to remember, LewisCustomPainting.com. Well, thanks so much for being a sponsor. We need to get you in here again this week in order to cut your commercial, but thanks so much for supporting this service that we provide to the community.
Oh, it sounds great. Yep, thank you.
Okay, you've been listening to Chad Lewis of Lewis Custom Painting. If you need any painting, go to LewisCustomPainting.com. And now, Jim Miller, just a guy in the Peak Ranch, talking about people who actually like their jobs. Okay, that's it, man. You can
That's
make
fine.
it to the road a little late.
Yeah. Well, we had to switch, so I wanted to make sure I made it.
Okay.
Because, you know.
Yeah, it's 7-8 minutes away, depending on traffic. So, thank you. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll have our meet. We'll
Yeah.
meet at 7:30.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Chad.
Do you want my check?
Well, we always. You can give us to Zach because I got to be back on. Thank you.
summer at Springs Dentists. For holistic general, cosmetic, and restorative dentistry or Invisalign, call 719-375-2427. That's 719-375-2427 and SpringsDentists.com. Springs Dentists, your life, your health, your smile. You do know you're kind of talking to yourself, right?
There's only the good stuff at Dad's Donuts. Take a bite of artificial additives and say hello to real simple ingredients. Come see why everyone is talking about Dad's Donuts. Their signature 109-layer donuts, a delightful marriage of a donut and croissant, are meticulously crafted over a 4-day process. With no preservatives, dyes, or additives, their heavenly croissant-style donuts are a labor of love. It's all good at Dad's Donuts, located in downtown Colorado Springs. Learn more at dadsdonuts.com.
Unless we want to like hold them to the next event.
First time home buyer or looking to refinance? My team is here to serve you with VA home loans, much more. Visit taskforcemortgagegroup.com and help us help you. Oh, see what you felt today. Just organize. There are many ways to start a fire. One sure way. Learn how you can do your
Thanks for joining us on The Peak as we start our new broadcast week. As always, everything The Peak is at our website, thepeak.news. We're getting in the area, I guess, starting to push 190 toward 200 podcasts since we started last January, which is very exciting. Go on, find a guest you like or a topic you like and check it out, because at The Peak we say the quiet stuff out loud, and we're highlighting our region and many different facets of it. Shout out to our platinum sponsors, Springs Dentist and Dr. Craig Summer. Holistic Dentistry in Colorado Springs. At Springs Dentist, they are our family dentist and great friends of the program. They help bringing this to you every day. So especially if you're into natural health, but even if you're not, check out Springs Dentist. Really cool stuff going over there. And again, our family dentist, we appreciate you so much, Dr. Craig. Our show is on Monday through Thursday, 3 to 4 p.m. So we'll be back tomorrow, same peak time, same peak channel, saying the quiet stuff out loud. Tomorrow is Government and Politics Tuesday, and we're actually having the candidates for the chair of the El Paso County GOP who are going to be replacing Vicki Tompkins, who is not running for the presidency. This is, I believe, a 2-year term. There are 6 candidates, and we have 5. Hopefully 6 of them are going to be on the program tomorrow, and that's not enough time to talk to them, so we're also going to be pre-recording Thursday's show, so we'll have a 2-parter for those who are interested in who's going to lead up the Republican Party here in El Paso County. You'll get to hear from all of them, or close to all of them. And then Faith and Family Wednesday, we have James Gagnon of Rocky Mountain Bibles, and we'll learn about how to restore old books and why he's passionate about specifically restoring Bibles. Now stay tuned for the Larry Elder Show, coming up next year on AM 1460 and FM 101.1. The Answer, The Peak. We say the quiet stuff out loud for such a time as this. Shalom. Hey, Zach,
You gotta shut off the
Understood.
live stream. It's still
Yeah.
going.
didn't do that yet.
You didn't.
Please do that and trim it.